were in the first full week in the month of March, if you discount Friday, the 1st of March, and add that to the final week of February. So we just get our feet wet as we get into our market street this week. Of course, everyone is looking at the rally, the fixed income space. Last week, Nigeria's bonds, Naira bonds, were the best among emerging markets. Bonds across the world is the best local currency bond around the emerging markets globally last week. That was just the week after the week of President Buhari's re-elections announcement by the electoral body, INEC. So that's one big story. On the other side, we found the stock market melted down just very sluggishly, 2.12%, again, because there's a bit of a rebalancing at the end of the month by big-time investors in the market. All of that will come into play on the discussion we're going to have. Of course, then the currency had a very better part. The central bank continued to hold the gates of the FX market with those increasing intervention Friday. Last week, about 210 million US dollars. But if you look at the portfolio, inflows nearly $4 billion US dollars in 1 week. That's the biggest we've seen since January the 1st, 2019. All of this coming into the conversation about the message of the market on President Buhari's re-election. Adedayo Bakare is an investment analyst at AfroInvest, is joining us for this conversation, which takes a very quick look at this market. This is the first week we've had. Then we're going to come into the second week. What's the behavior of the market? If you look at what the market was doing, a bit of a zigzag just before the elections, then on the announcement, the market went up, then came down a little bit on the equity side, but the fixed income was a lot more steady. So let's get this analyst thinking into what this will be. Adedayo Bakare is live to us from our studios at the Nigerian Stock Exchange, downtown Lagos. Adedayo, it's good to have you. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Yeah, let's hit the ground running. What's the message of the market from the market on President Buhari's announcement of a re-election?
Okay, I mean, I think continuity is the message. Policy continuity is basically the message. So coming from the campaigns and the manifestos of the different candidates, the top two leading candidates, the market had, seen different policies, I mean, on the direction of the economy. While a candidate was more, pro-market in terms of business friendliness, President Buhari actually favors, continuing a bit more, having government involvement in several areas of the economy. Think about, infrastructure in terms of social investment and also in terms of development generally. So the message for the market is basically policy continuity. And upon the conclusion of the elections, you've started to see that since there's a bit more clarity on the, the direction of the economy, on the type of policies to expect, then we're starting to see, more increased activity in especially in the fixed income market.
Yes. Okay. So when we look at the market, equities markets is where folks always think that, well, the investors will react, have his first initial reaction when the election and of course who becomes the winner. But again, if you look at the fixed income, which is treasury bills, treasuries and bonds, you find that this market was relatively steady as it were up until the elections. Then it was rescheduled, then it was held. Then you saw that big rally at the fixed income space. What's your reading at AfroInvest?
Okay. For the fixed income market, if you're following our outlook for 2019, we've always held the position that yields are going to peak, around, towards when the elections are starting. That is for the presidential election, and we're going to see a massive, drop in yields upon the conclusion of the elections. And basically, that's what we saw last week. That was basically what played out. Now, this is because, when you think in terms of, ahead of the elections, there was a lot of uncertainty, and investors did not know what to expect, basically. So since the elections have concluded, there's a bit more clarity. President Buhari has won, and we know what to expect. Also, we tend to see that in the past, few weeks, CBN has kind of slowed his, mopping up of system liquidity in the system. So all these were, factors that came together that drove the bullish run we saw last year. Basically, foreign investors running due to more economic clarity and CBN taking a more relaxed, position towards mopping up liquidity. In the equities market, things are a bit not as according to expectation. Initially, we had expected that, upon the conclusion of the election and when there is clarity on the direction of the economy, we're going to see increased activity in the, equities market. But that has not been the case. Currently, we believe, investors are still digesting, the news and what the implication of a Buhari presidency means for the economy in terms of the growth potential of the economy over the, the medium term, that is in the next 4 years between 2019 and 2023. So upon, this week, upon the, end of all elections, and you're going to see the earnings season. So a lot of companies have started releasing their earnings results for our full year 2018, and we believe we should see a better momentum in the equities market.
Okay, Adetayo Bakare, we want you to stand by. After the break, we want to extend this conversation a little bit more with you on some of the other aspects. Again, we'll still look at the FX play in both the equities and the fixed income. Then, of course, we want to ask you a few more questions about President Buhari's next 4 years. It's called the 4x4 economy. Stand by, investment research analyst from Afrinvest. We want to have you pitching into that conversation. 2 minutes, everyone. We're back. President Buhari has gotten his first 4, then he got in 4x4, and that equals 8. That will be ending by the year 2023. We're looking at the economy. What should be the feature of his cabinet? Already, the president says, well, integrity will come first. But what about efficiency of his cabinet and his policies, as well as his actions? We analyze the president's thank you message, which is what you call the